At the Washington State Tree Fruit Association meetings, we talked about the problems created by infection of the Manchurian crabapple pollinizers in orchards. One of the problems it generated was that the Chinese were finding these decayed apples when our fruit arrived there, and in 2012 they closed the market because of these fungi, which those diseases don't occur in China. That set in motion a lot of research done by some really good people here in Washington State that looked at what the impact was on reducing decay by pruning the trees and also by adding a post-harvest fungicide. And the work done so far shows that if you prune the crabapple trees and get rid of all the infection out of the Manchurian crabs and then apply a post-harvest fungicide, that you can basically meet all the quarantine requirements that the Chinese government asks us. Now, we understand that's a pain because these crabapples, when they are pruned, the prunings have to be moved out of the orchard, probably for inoculum's sake to remove the source of infection, but also because if you leave those prunings lay on the floor, the spurs on these Manchurian crabs are very sharp, pointed, and long, and they'll puncture your tractor tires. And it's an extra step that growers normally don't have to take. And so we appreciate that. Because of that problem, and it really set in motion a process that's related to this, and which was also talked about today, to find a better pollinizer for that early part of the season as a replacement for Manchurian. And there's lots of reasons why we might look at a replacement for Manchurian, but one of the reasons is we're trying to find one that's not susceptible to these diseases, and also one that if you do have to prune it, you don't have to worry about necessarily picking up the prunings. You can just flail them as you normally would the prunings from the entire orchard. If people are interested in learning more about this process and what the requirements are for China, the Washington State University Tree Fruit Research and Extension in Wenatchee has a website, and the publications that were prepared last year to help growers understand this can be found on that website.